Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time, presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mogul Motivation, episode 195. The government and private institutions, they give out student loans like candy on Halloween. Follow me here. In my world, from my point of view, the bulk of these students that get these massive loans are those that come from poverty and working class families. So for the sake of example, let's just say a student from a poor background is preached to for 12 consecutive years that after your high school graduation, you have to go to college. So this kid gets a $60K student loan to attend college. 4 years later, this same student enters the job market that requires an extensive list of qualifications just to earn a decent living. Therefore, the student works a job that barely gets them by if they have a job at all. And before you know it, that $60K student loan has ballooned into $90K minimum, most likely six figures overnight. Since I graduated from Western Illinois University in 2010, I always wondered, why is it so easy to get a student loan but so hard to get a home loan or a business loan? After all, the latter two, they're tangible loans. If I default on my mortgage, you can take the house. If my business defaults, you can take all of the assets. But a student loan, it's not tangible. So why is it so easy for me to get one? Why is it so easy for you and so many others to get one? Why is it so hard to find a job, not just in our respective fields, but period? I'm certain I'm not the only one who has thought this or vented about this or debated this topic. This is why the wave of entrepreneurship has spread like wildfire across the country. Everybody is popping up with their new side hustle, their new idea, their new venture, because people have decided that they rather work for themselves and create their own lane opposed to waiting on a job to hire them and pay them pennies. After all, if you own your own business, there is no ceiling on how much money you can make, right? That's a fact. But it's also a fact that it's an uphill battle. You're outnumbered by agents of the status quo. Just get a job. Just do this. Just do that. Just stop complaining so much. That's what they tell you. In episode 44, titled Rebel with a Cause, I specifically said that entrepreneurship is rebellious for these reasons and more. Once you decide to build your own business, to make your own lane, to eventually employ people with livable wages, you enter the resistance. You see, you're striving to disrupt the order of the status quo. You're rocking the boat in your family, your community, and the country. And if you look at every organized resistance group in history or in fictional stories, they all have the same traits. Number one is limited members. Observe how many entrepreneurs you actually know versus agents of the status quo that you actually know. Number two, they have limited capital and resources. Self-explanatory. Number three, they're limited supporters. There are some that have faith and support your cause, but as many more that are afraid to support your cause due to fear. In those resistance groups in history, they had a fear of being killed. In this resistance, they have a fear of failure. They have a fear of the unknown. That's what they fear. You're a part of the resistance now. Yes, it's hard to erase the debt you accumulated, to erase the debt of those student loans. Yes, it's hard to generate a profit and keep the ship afloat. It's an uphill battle, and you may appear to be losing that battle. But you got to fight on. You got to keep fighting and working for your freedom, the freedom to live the life that you always wanted to live. You see, you aren't resisting change. You're resisting being changed. Don't become an agent of the status quo that just becomes content with living and moving like a zombie every single day. And don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm telling you to use your job as leverage the best way you can. I'm telling you to do whatever you can to position yourself closer to success and building that business or reaching whatever career pinnacle that you want to reach. Resist the mundane lifestyle, no matter how dire the fight may be. It's easy when you're around other people who want freedom. It's easy when you listen to podcasts like Mogul Motivation and other things in that field. It's easy when you're around other entrepreneurs and dream chasers to resist. But the true test is when you're alone on the battlefield, surrounded by your toxic family, your toxic friends, co-workers, that job that you hate. It's hard to do that. That's when the true test comes in. That's when you have to continue to resist during those moments. Can you continue to dream and envision your goals when everybody around you is telling you that your goals can't be obtained? The status quo and toxic environments will never stop trying to bring you down, never stop trying to crush your entrepreneurial spirit, but you can't let them. Crush them with success and more success. As long as you continue to think it, then it will continue to come to fruition. If this episode has helped you out in any way, shape, or form, please leave a review and refer it to a friend, anybody who you think may benefit from it as well. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Continue to fight for your dreams. Continue to resist the mundane lifestyle. We will win. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to you next week.